it's beginning to be apparent that while some of the states have done great work at, trying to meet their pollution reduction targets and are close, if not directly on target, they have they appear to be able to close the gap. They may be able to, I think. That's still a question. Pennsylvania in particular, and New York as well, which has a small, a lesser portion of the Bay watershed, are pretty far behind. And there's significant concern about whether they are able or willing to ramp up enough to meet those goals. And in fact, there's beginning to be talk that 2025, which was the target date that was set for meeting the TMDL, the pollution reduction goals of each state, is beginning to look like it's not going to be made. And it may not be made by all the states, because as they get, as they ratchet down pollution, they start with the so-called low-hanging fruit, the things that they know can work and that cost the least. And over time, now we're getting into the really hard stuff. They made great progress at reducing nutrient pollution coming out of wastewater treatment plants through upgrades to the plants. Those were not cheap, but they've been instituted pretty much throughout Maryland and Virginia. Some improvements being made in Pennsylvania as well. And so that's where you see the real gains in water quality that you can measure. On the non-point side, the runoff side, controlling pollution runoff from farms and from urban and suburban landscapes, much more challenging, much more expensive, and much less progress there. And unfortunately, that's where the bulk of the progress that has to come yet is on the non-point side. And so that's the big test, whether that will be achievable or not.